Hey everybody, Sister Fantastic here, and today's video is going to be Tic-Tac-Toe and 3 palettes in a row. And so the palettes that I'm using for this week were generated from the game on coolmathgames.com, and the 3 squares that I got straight up and down, squares number 2, 5, and 8. And so the 3 palettes that I have in those from those 3 squares is the Beauty Glazed Rose Gold palette, which is this one right here, and it's a dupe for the Huda Beauty Rose Gold. And so that's what that looks like. A beautiful palette. I love using this palette. It's an amazing palette. So we're going to use that. And then the one that's in the middle, of course, we covered this last week. This is the Purr Festival palette. And I put this one in the middle because I thought these beautiful glitters and shimmers and that pop of purple and pink. And I just thought this would be really pretty to kind of carry us through the holiday season. And there's a lot, several neutrals in there as well. Anyway, whatever palette that you put in the middle of your grid is, of course, going to have greater odds of being used more often. And so I used it last week, and because it's in the middle, and I got 3 in a row in the middle, it's going to be used again this week. And then the third palette is this Ace Beauty Grandiose palette. And I love this palette, y'all. This is so good. Let me show you what the shadows look like. Gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Love this palette. So anyway, I've got a really pretty, like a coppery, warm cinnamon kind of a brown look that I've created this week with this. And it's really nice. So I want to share that with you. And I've got all the steps written down. What I've been doing is I've used the 3 palettes all week long. And then I write down, whatever I've created, and then I go back and I choose one of those looks to do the video with. So I'm gonna just do it like a get ready with me using the Tic-Tac-Toe. So I'm going in with the Unicorn Glow hydrating primer. And this is a really nice primer if y'all have never used it. I got this in my Ipsy bag. So I'm just going to use it basically in my T-zone. And just work it out to the sides of my face. It doesn't take a lot of this, just one little pea-sized amount and you're good to go. Anyway. Whew, that felt good. So I'll use a primer there, and now I'm going to go in with some foundation. And I've been using this Bye Bye foundation with the SPF 50 from It Cosmetics, and it just takes like 1 pump of this if my face is good and hydrated. So this won't take but just a minute to do this. So let me just work that in. I've been sick, but I'm getting better, and I know I sound nasally still, and I am still taking medicine. So anyway. Alright, I'm just going to buff this in with a Farrah brush. This is that flat topped one. It's a stippling brush, but I like using it to buff in my foundation, and it saves time. It's a lot easier than using the Beauty Blender, and if I need to go in and smooth it out more, I will. Anyway, the main thing is just get this on my face. And just work this into the skin. I'm really excited about this series, y'all. I've been having fun with it. And it's something I created to help me get excited about using the palettes that I have and not always feeling like I have to have something brand new to create a look with. Although there's so many new things that are out there that you could choose from to thrill you and chill you, And one of which is Tati Beauty. Her palette's coming out in a day or two. I think on the 25th, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, I'm excited about that. ColourPop's had a bunch of new launches. Anastasia, Beverly Hills. That's a company that's come out with a bunch of stuff, including a collab with Carly Bible. Oh my gosh, there's just so much new stuff. The whole ColourPop Disney Princess set is so exciting to me. Alright, let's go in with some concealer. And I got a new concealer brush from Bo Caucus. Beautiful brush. Love this brush. And I needed it. I needed a good concealer brush. And I mean, I've got a couple of other brushes that I could use, you know. But this one right here, Bo Caucus has, or Gaucus, however you pronounce it, Bo Caucus, has such good brushes. I love their brushes. So I just want to apply some concealer because I've got these bad circles underneath my eyes. And I'll go ahead and prime my eyelids while I'm at it. Just to help me out. From being so sick. I had this like upper respiratory thing going on. And so anyway, I mean, I do pretty good during the day, and then it's just like right when I get ready to go to bed, it's like the floodgates open, and I just want to cough, 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 cough. So anyhow, I've got me some of that. I usually don't take this, but I got me some of that, the Walgreens brand of like NyQuil, the nighttime version that helps you sleep. And it's got antihistamine and decongestant and acetaminophen and guaifenesin, and oh my gosh, it's loaded down. And it helps you sleep too. So anyway, that at least gets my respiratory system to where I can feel like I can breathe. Alright, got some streakage going on here. I'm going to have to blend this out with the Beauty Blender. But I'm going to go ahead and put concealer on my nose because it helps, you know, cover up pores. And a little bit on my forehead. And I'm going to take this last little bit down here on the Cupid's bow and the chin. You hear that? You hear that cough? It just hanging on. And all I want to do is sleep. So sometimes that's what you need. You just need to sleep it off. So I haven't been going anywhere. Homebound all week long. Alright, let me buff this out with the sponge. I'm trying to get this where it's not so streaky. I've ate a bunch of cough drops. We went through 2 big bags. He was sick first. My husband was. Then I caught it from him. And so it's like a 2-week deal. And so when he's getting over it, that's when I was getting it. And now he's all better, and I'm getting better. Okay. Alright, that's what I wanted to do right there. Now let's see if I can get my brows done. I'm going to try to get the base on first. Gotta find my brow products. I've been using some good stuff here lately. Let's see. Let's use this right here. Did I even write down what I did for my brows that day? Yeah, this is what I used. The Benefit Ka-Brow. I got this little sample. And it's so cute. Look at this little brush, y'all. I mean, it's just so tiny. And the pomade's in this little bitty jar. It's about the size of my fingernail. And so, anyway, I just load the brush up. Go for it. Let's see if I can... First thing I do is mess it up. I had too much on the brush, I think. Anyway, I used to use brow pencils all the time. And here lately, it seems that, well, this is the problem with a brow pencil. I mean, it's great because it's got, usually they have a spoolie on the end, and, you know, you can draw with one end and you can brush up with the other end. And they're retractable, most of them are. You know, you don't have to sharpen them. And so they're real convenient. But I use a lot of brow product, it seems like. And so I was using them up pretty quick, it felt like. And I was spending, you know, quite a bit of money on, replacing those products. I gotta fix this real quick, y'all. And so then I bought a pomade, or I got a cream, that's what it was, from Cella. And I realized how long it lasted. And it was amazing to me. I thought, wow, you know, this is frugal, you know, this is a great way to save some money. So then I got on the ColourPop website. That brow is really messed up. I gotta work on it, y'all. And I ordered a pomade from them, and I really liked it. And I've used it and used it and used it, and I still have like half the pot. And I was still using that Cella thing that I got. And that Cella thing lasted me a year, y'all. Anyway, so I've used other pencils, you know, in the meantime. And I'm still on that hunt for that Holy Grail brow product, you know, that I told you that I was looking for. And because none of them, I mean, there's several that I've liked, colors and things, you know, and formulas and what have you. But nothing that I really felt, I don't know, like I couldn't live without, you know what I mean? So I'll just keep looking. And I just keep using whatever's sent to me in subscription boxes. And I'm trying really hard not to spend, you know, a lot of money on brow products, and just use what I've got. Well, these brows are going to be big today, y'all. I can tell you right now. Try to match this one. This is going to be a monster. Alright, well, let me just move on. Now, that doesn't look too bad. Anyway, I spend too much time doing brows. This is not going to be a 10-minute video, I can tell you that right now. Anyway, I was watching somebody's live yesterday on Facebook. It was 3 hours long. 3 hours long. And then I watched, there's a lot of people that do YouTube lives, you know, and their videos are, they don't think nothing about it. 2 and 3 hours long. They spend a lot of time. Anyway, I film with my phone because I just get a better quality picture. And my YouTube account doesn't allow me to do a YouTube live with my phone. So I always film and then, you know, upload after. Instead of doing lives on YouTube. And because my computer, the picture, it looks kind of blurry for some reason. Oh. Now see, I just drew this one on like it was nothing. Alright, let me just use a little more concealer and see if I can rectify the situation here. See, that brow looks pretty good, don't it? This one's just a little bit thick right through there. I'm going to try to fix it with just a tiny bit more concealer. Thank God for concealer. Anyway, this won't take but a second. Anyway, I wouldn't mind doing some YouTube lives, you know, especially on these Get Ready With Me's, you know, where I could save some upload time. Because when I do a long video like this, it takes forever to upload. And I don't know if I did a live, it would really save me that upload time. And even if people, you know, I don't have to edit a whole lot. You know, I can just share with you guys, you know, what I'm using. And this concealer here that I'm using, I don't even know if they carry this anymore, but it's by Maybelline, the Face Studio. And it's called Master Conceal. And I think I found this on Amazon. But anyway, they don't carry it anymore like in Walmart. I don't think they do anyway. Let me go in with just a little more concealer right through here. These bags underneath my eyes, it makes me look like I hadn't slept in a week. So I'll just put another thin layer here. See if I can't keep my skin from caking up. And this is my Real Technique sponge. Looks like the dog's been chewing on the end of it. Alright, I'm just going to set all this with some powder. And let me see. What powder did I use when I created this look? Oh yeah, I used my Laura Mercier. This is good powder, y'all. A lot of people like it. And I got sent this powder in a subscription box. Can't remember which one right off the top of my head right now. But anyway, it don't take a whole lot. Let me just set my eyes and underneath my eyes. Hope I don't sneeze and cough and all that stuff while I'm sitting here talking to you all. You'll have to leave me a comment down below and let me know how you're doing and everything. And hopefully the change in the weather hasn't affected you like it has me. We're getting a bunch of rain here in Savannah, Tennessee. But the grass, you know, we haven't got a frost or anything yet, so we're still mowing the grass. Just not as often. Okay, so just setting this down where I place mostly that concealer. Okay. Now I'm going to go with this bigger fluffy brush right here, and I'm just going to put a little bit on my cheeks and buff that in. Don't need a whole lot. Alrighty. Now, let's see, the next thing I went in with was my bronzer. And let's see, what did I use for bronzer? Well, it says here that I used my Pacifica palette. But you know what? I really don't want to use that today. I want to go in with this bronzer from my Tarte Pretty Park Avenue Princess palette. I want to get some good bronzer going. So anyway, this is my bronzer brush that I've been using from Morphe. Love this brush, big and fat. And I'm going to take this color here called Princess Cut. It's the second bronzer in the palette. And it's kind of a cooler tone matte brown. See how pretty this is, y'all? These Tarte bronzers are awesome. Their bronzers and blushes are great. And I just like to take some down here on the neck and the jawline just to kind of help disguise that double chin. Okay, and just a little for the forehead. Doesn't take a whole lot to warm my skin up. See? That's it right there. Alright, let me put this back. And now for blush. And I'm going to go in with a Tarte blush from my Tarteist Pro Go palette. No, wait a minute. Let me use this Madison Miller. Where'd it go? What did I do with it? Let me find it here, y'all. Yeah, let me use this. This is a pretty Madison Miller Ofra palette. That blush right there in the middle. And I'm going to use this Farrah brush. This big old face brush from Farrah. And this brush right here applies blush really with a light hand. It doesn't it's synthetic, so you know it doesn't pick up a ton of product. So you may have to go back into the palette a little bit to build it up, but I don't really want a heavy blush look. All right. Now let's see here. This, I've got plenty of blush on, but I'm going to use this Betty Boop palette for the highlighter, and I'm going to go in with, this is, they call it a blush palette, a cheek-to-cheek blush palette, And the shades are You're a Peach, All Dolled Up, and Heartbreaker. And I guess that goes from left to right. So this one would be You're a Peach. Anyway, it's the lightest one. And I'm going to use it for my highlighter today. And see how that goes. So I'm going to use this little brush here from SL Miss Glam. This is the, what does this say? SG62. And I'm going to load that brush up. And this is a pretty glow, but it's not like one of those blinding glows. But if you like that kind of like glow from within kind of glow, or like a blush topper type of glow, this is really subtle and it's really pretty. It doesn't have any glitter in it or anything like that. See, you can see that shine popping up right there on my cheek in the light. Okay, we're going to take some of this right down the nose. Alright. So I'm pretty happy with that. And we'll use an illuminating setting spray and that'll help. Okay, now let's get into these eyes. Alright, so the first color I'm going to go into is from the Beauty Glaze palette. And the shade that I'm going to start out with in the crease is called Bronze. Just an everyday crease color. And I am so stuck on this Alamar brush, y'all. This fluffy blending brush. This is great for crease work. So anyway, I'm just going to go right in with this. I got this one hair. Ah, there it is right there. Alright, and take it pretty high up. We're going out of town this weekend. This may be a look that I could do this weekend because it's a beautiful look and it looks fallish and everything, and it's kind of dressy, but it's not in a real dark smoky way. It's in a really pretty warm browny way, and it could be very appropriate for, you know, just about any occasion. All right, so let's see, what did I do next? I've got all my steps written down right here. Okay, so then I went into the Purr palette and I used the color Peace, which is this beautiful brown right here. It's like a warm golden brown. And I'm just going to use the same brush and I'll just put this right over that. And I think I put this on the lid too, did I not? Nope, I didn't use this on the lid. Okay, so I just used this in the crease over that. So this does have, this is a satin finish, and so there's a bit of shimmer to it. And so but it mixes really, really well with that matte that I just used, and it's really pretty. And it just, you know, gives you a little bit more depth. in the crease, as you can see. I love per eyeshadows. They're awesome. The formula is awesome. I think they make their stuff with such good ingredients. They don't irritate my eyes. You know, some shadows they have carmine and stuff in them, they irritate my eyelids, and they make me, I mean, like if something has carmine in it, I can't use it in the crease. So if I want to use a shadow that has carmine in it, I lay a crease shade down first, and then I can lay the one that has carmine in it on top of that. And as long as it's not touching my skin, you know, as long as it's the one that's not next to my skin, then I'm okay. But if it has a bunch of fallout in it and it gets in my eyes, or if it's the one that's actually against my skin, you know, and not on top of something else, then it irritates me. And I mean, I'm not allergic to it. It's just, it's irritating. I have a sensitivity to it, I think. And I'm making a mess. Okay. I got some fallout on my nose. Let me take a cotton round here and see if I can't dust this off. Oh yeah, that did the trick. Ooh, it's quite a bit. Okay. Now, the next color that I used was on the lid and the inner corner. It's a shade called Birthday from the Beauty Glazed palette. So we're going back to the Beauty Glazed. And Birthday, this is such a gorgeous shade. It's right up here in the corner. It's like this really pretty coppery. Let me just swatch it for you. Ho! Check that out. So I'm going to put that on the lid and like the inner corner here. So let me find me a good brush for that. Let me use this flat one here from Alamar. And we'll just pack it on. Oh, I love this shade. It's so pretty. Alright, so just this little inner corner bit, not the actual tear duct area, but just this little piece right here. And then I just take this all the way across the lid and on up into the crease area, because my lid is so small. There we go. That's what I want right there. I love this shade. Birthday. It'll be my birthday pretty soon, y'all. November the 10th. Right around the corner. Be 60 years old. So I'll be entering the 3rd decade of my life. I don't know how I'm going to celebrate my birthday this year. I don't even know what day of the week it's on. It's probably something like a Tuesday or something like that. Which means my husband has to work. So any celebrating that I do is going to have to probably be either before or after. I'd like to celebrate all month long. That'd be awesome. Okay. Alright, so this looks, really nice. Alright, now the next step was... Okay, so the Ace Beauty, I want to use this shade called Clove, which is this gorgeous peach shade right here. And I'm going to put that on my lower lash line. And I'm not going to stop there though. I just want a matte shade down first to mix in with the next shade that I'm going to use. Just to help brighten it up and give it that kiss of orange goodness, orangey goodness, that mango goodness. It's like an island pink. I mean, it's really bright. Do y'all have this palette? Let me know down in the comments if you have this palette. This palette is amazing. I love this Ace Beauty palette. Alright, I'm going to just kind of smoke this out just a little bit. Just have that warmth, that orangey warmth just peeking out. Wow. Alright, now what I did after that is I took Myrtle from the same palette, which is this gorgeous coppery brown shade. Let me swatch that for you. And you can see it's darker than the one that I just used on the lid. And I'm going to take that with this same brush, this flat brush from Alamar, and I'm going to use this kind of like as an eyeliner. And I'm going to let it hug up close to my lashes. And I'm going to extend it out like an eyeliner. On up into this area right up in here. And then I'm going to take it and I'm going to also line my top lash line and bring those two together. And it's just going to give us that real strength of that coppery goodness. And you can see that line is just real subtle, but that warmth from the mango is right up underneath there, and it's just, it's giving this look, that warmth that fall warmth. Okay. Now the other eye. We're going to extend that up. Make a wing out of that. A wing from underneath. And I'm going to use this same shade and draw a line across the top lashes. And connect all that right there in the corner. For that line as well. Okay, now for the brow bone area, I'm going to use this Ace Beauty palette, and I'm going to take this matte here called Patchouli, and I'm just going to use a little dab of that, and I'm going to use this brush right here from Royal and Langnickel. It's got like a flat tip right there. I'm just going to use that, and we're just going to give this brow bone just a little bit of a lift. Wow. I think I just got some more on my nose. Alright. Give me a little drink of water. I think I got some of that orange on my nose, y'all. That Ace Beauty palette is so pigmented, but you got to be careful or you'll be getting it all over the place. I should have done my eyes first. I keep saying that. Anyway, let me just use a little bit of concealer, and I'll just try to conceal that up. I'm going to try to fix it. Keep that fallout in check. Check, check. Alright. Making progress. Making progress. A little bit more powder. Alrighty. Now, let's see. What did I use? Oh yeah, I used this Maybelline waterproof mascara. But I want to show y'all how this Betty Boop mascara works. So tonight I'm going to use it. This is the Betty Boop and Ipsy collab. It's called Blink and Wink mascara. Look at the packaging, isn't that cute? And here's what the brush looks like. Nice big thick brush. Lots of product on it. So I'm going to use this mascara. And this is not waterproof, but it's nice and black, and it does build the lashes really easily. And I mean, you don't have any problems with the application at all. This brush is really nice. It's a wet mascara though, so be careful when you're using it. Concentrating here, y'all. Try not to get mascara on my eyelids. And I'm trying to get just as close to the roots as I can while applying this. Those two shadows mixed together on this bottom lash line, y'all, are so pretty. It's like a marriage between pink and brown. And then whatever's left over on the brush, I just go back over my lashes one more time and give it a second coat, and it just really builds up really nice. So this mascara is very buildable, and it doesn't, you know how sometimes if you do a second coat that mascara gets real clumpy? This doesn't do that. Okay, so that's 2 coats of mascara on the top there. Alright, now for the lips. I've got something in mind here. I've got this lip liner. Let me find it. This bag here, y'all, is so full. I start out with a bag that's like just got the basics in it to travel with, and then when I get home it seems like I'll get a subscription or two, and then I unwrap everything, you know, out of the box, and then I take it to from the box that it came in to this train case here, and the next thing you know, this train case is like busting full. Anyway, this is called Hot Red, number 947 by Jean Bleu. It's real pretty, like a warm red. And so I'm going to line my lips. And I don't have anything on, like a lip balm or any of that. Okay, so the pigment from this is going to show up really good. And then I really want a fall kind of a look. So I'm going to go in with this Belize Bordeaux from Trustique. And this is retractable. And that's what that looks like. This is the color. It's like a cranberry wine color. And it's really buildable. So you can go from sheer to really dark. And that's what I want. I want the dark. So I'm going to go over that lip liner. And I'm like relining my lips with this, even though it's a thicker pencil. And filling it in. And to see that, just that bright lip just looks really good with this eye look. And then if you wanted to, there's a balm here. You could put this over. To bring a little more creaminess to the look. Or I could have put that on first, but I didn't. So anyway, this, let me put some illuminating setting spray on. This is from Cover FX. I'm going to use it today. Gotta shake it up real good though. And I love this stuff. Sometimes the nozzle gets kind of clogged because of all the shiny glittery particles that are in the setting spray, and so you have to like run it, you know, the nozzle, just like hold the opening of the nozzle up underneath some hot water that's running underneath the faucet, and that'll unclog it. Alright, let me take a look at this, because sometimes those particles are really glowy and they congregate on the skin. Wow, this looks so good, y'all. Alright, let me dry this. This is a pretty look. I really like this look. So, anyway, I'm having fun with my tic-tac-toe game. So now, since I've done this week's look for you guys, I get to go back to the website and see what 3 palettes. Oh, I already did that. Okay, I made a note here. Alright, so next week, the 3 palettes that I'm going to be using are going to be the Balm of Your Hand, number 2 by Balm, the Purr Festival palette again, and then the Tarte Dream Big palette. And so, y'all might get tired of seeing this one. But anyway, that's the whole purpose, you know, of this game, is to use these palettes that I've got just sitting around in my collection, and, you know, not go out and buy new stuff. So anyway, I'm going to take some pictures and do a thumbnail, and we're going to upload this video and get it to you guys. I've been sick. I meant to get it out to you on Tuesday, but it looks like it's going to be Thursday, which is tomorrow, before I get this out to you. So, but anyway, this is the look. It's a happy look. I like it for fall. That lipstick just pulls it all together, I think. Y'all have to let me know down in the comments what you think. So anyway, I appreciate y'all for watching. Thank you so much for subscribing, clicking like, and staying all the way to the end of the video to see what the finished look was going to be. And I appreciate y'all. God bless you today. It's my prayer. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.